Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back, and today I have an interesting video. I have another flashlight to review from Sofirn. This is a 18650 flashlight. So right here you can see that there is a bunch of information. There's nothing left in the package, so everything that I have is right here in my hand. Right here I have an owner's manual. We'll get to that in just a brief second. And right here I have the happy/not happy card. I don't know if you've seen my previous Sofirn videos, but it's kind of funny. Happy and then not happy, and it basically says if you're happy you read this portion, and if you're not happy you read this portion, which basically lets you know how to get in touch with Sofirn. So I thought that was interesting. Silica gel, and there is a USB 2 all the way down to micro USB cord that will go with this charger. So basically the cord plugs into the charger right here, just like this. Oops, sorry, I got that upside down. Just like that. And then this will plug into your laptop, your power bank, your accessory port in your vehicle, your solar panel, your wall outlet, anything like that. And then right here, you take and put your battery in here. So it's a nice little charger for charging your lithium-ion 18650 batteries. Now, I'm looking at the back here, and it says that you can charge 26 650s, 18 650s, 16 340s, 14 500s, and 10 440s. So the ones that I charge out of that list of batteries is the 26 650s, the 18 650s, and the 14 500s. So this will charge all of those lithium-ion batteries. Very excited about that. The next thing that I see here is a lanyard. Let's take a look at the lanyard real quick and see what kind of lanyard you're offering in their flashlight. So the first thing I see here, nice little lanyard, standard lanyard, nothing crazy. You got to poke that through on the tail cap into the flashlight, and you have a nice little lanyard to put your hand through. So I thought that was a nice little touch. There's also 2 O-rings that will waterproof this flashlight. And now let's take a look at the flashlight itself. The flashlight is model SP31 version 2.0. That's the first look at the flashlight. So it's got a tail cap switch, and it's got a mode switch. Nice little reflector there, belt clip option, and it looks like on the mode button there is a power indicator. So we'll take a look at that. Now I'm going to check real quick and take a look at the battery and see if the battery has a card on it, which it does. The card is for shipping, so that the flashlight doesn't come on and drain your battery and melt something during shipping. So let's take that out. Here's a look at the inside of the tail cap switch. Just like that, just a spring, nothing too crazy. Now here is inside the flashlight. There's not a lot of light out here, but you can kind of see. And right here you can see that there is the O-ring that will give us the waterproofness. Now here's a look at the battery. This is an 18650 running at 3.7 volts at 3000 milliamp hours. So it's a nice little battery. The runtime should be pretty good on it. Just a very standard battery. Now the battery goes in with the positive into the flashlight, just like this. But what I wanted to talk about is, before I shot this video, I wanted to reorient this belt clip, so I removed this battery tube. You can see the second O-ring right there, and I flipped the battery tube over and I threaded this in. And I gotta warn you folks, it doesn't thread in all the way, and when I put the battery in, the flashlight wouldn't even work. So you cannot reorient your belt clip, unfortunately. So if Sofirn, if you're watching, I might make a little recommendation that you make this universal on both sides so that it can be flipped, so we can orient this belt clip either side of the flashlight. So not that big of a deal, but still kind of something that's simple to fix, I would think. So let's put this back on. Eco, low, medium, high, and turbo. Okay, then you have a strobe function, and you also have an SOS function. So this flashlight has 3, 6, 7 settings. That's pretty cool. So if we turn this flashlight on, you're going to see that it's going to come on to eco mode, which is 5 lumens. You can also see when you first turn the flashlight on, you're going to notice this green indicator right there, and it'll go off, and that green indicator is telling you that the battery is fully charged. So this is 5 lumens. It'll last for 291 hours. It's very small print, so it's hard for me to read. 291 hours. The distance of view on this setting is 15 meters, and the intensity is 62 candela. If I go to low, we are dealing with 50 lumens, a little bit brighter. We're going to run for, gosh, this is hard to read, 26 hours and 49 minutes. The distance of view on this setting, low, is 49 meters, and the candela rating is 59. If I'm reading that right. No, 595 candela, sorry. Now if I push this again, we're going to bump up to medium, a little bit brighter. We're going to look at 160 lumens for 9 hours and 45 minutes. The distance of throw is 84 meters. The candela rating is 1767. So if I go up again, we're going to go up to high. Now this is the setting that I would probably use the most. This is 500 lumens. We're going to be talking about a runtime of 3 hours and 41 minutes. That's pretty good. And a throw of 150 meters with a candela rating of 5647. Now if we go up one more setting, we are on turbo. So let me make sure I'm on, there's eco, low, medium, high. There's turbo. We are at 1200 lumens. This is going to run for 2 hours and 37 minutes. So 2.5 hours. That's pretty cool. Distance of throw 225 meters with a candela rating of 12,707. Okay, now this flashlight is IPX8, which means it's waterproof down to 2 meters. Okay, IPX8 is good, but then it says right here in parentheses, not for diving. And it's also, this flashlight is also impact resistant down to 1 meter. I like that economy, that 5 lumen. I think that's going to work real good. It says battery capacity indicator. LED on the side switch. The indicator is on for 5 seconds every time the light turns on. It'll show green or red to indicate the power of the battery. Steady green means you have enough power. Steady red means that you're short of power. Flashing red means you're running out of power. Please insert a new battery. So let's take a look again. Very close. When you first turn it on, we have steady green, so we have enough power, and it goes off in 5 seconds. Now let's get into the other modes of strobe and SOS. Now the strobe function on this flashlight is 1200 lumens, so we're basically going to push and hold this switch down. We're going to get the strobe function. It doesn't just do the strobe, it doesn't just strobe the whole time. It does this police kind of thing. Strobe and then flash, 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 strobe, flash, flash, flash. Now if you push this again, it'll enter SOS mode. But you can only do that from strobe. Okay, now it doesn't give us any run times or anything like that. All I can tell you is that on SOS it's operating at 50 lumens, where on strobe it's operating at 1200 lumens. So I thought that was pretty cool that they would include 2 different functions. So this flashlight has 7 different functions. I think that's super cool. I just clicked it again and it goes back to strobe. Now if I long press, we're going to go right back to econo, low, medium, high, and turbo. And then again, let's take a look and see if this flashlight has a memory. I'm going to turn the power switch off, turn it back on. Look at that, we're right back to the high setting. If I go turn it back on, let's go down to economy. Okay, if I turn it off, turn it back on, look at that. Right back to economy. So that's pretty cool. Medium, high, turbo. Off, on. Pretty cool. So this is a good little flashlight. I'm going to read this book here a little bit and see if there's anything that I missed. It says advanced temperature regulation. It adjusts the brightness level automatically when the temperature reaches 60 degrees Celsius to keep the flashlight from overheating. And then it says automatic step down. Turbo will step down to high after working for 3 minutes to avoid overheating. The automatic step down works if the device reaches 60 degrees. Low voltage warning. It is lower. If it's lower than 3.1 volts, the LED red indicator on the side switch flashes rapidly when you turn it on. Please recharge the battery. And then it says low voltage protection. If the voltage is lower than 3 volts, when turned on, automatic step down works, so it keeps stepping down to the lowest mode and runs out power juice. It says, please insert new battery if you get the signal. Now the flashlight can run on a single 18650 like you've seen, but it can also run on 2 CR123s. So that's kind of cool, but it says that it recommends that you use the 18650s. Optional instructions. The tactical tail switch turns on or off. The side one switch here changes the modes. And then it talks about turning the flashlight on or off. So let's take a look at this chart right here. Feel free to pause the video if you want to read all the specs and run times of the flashlight. And then of course here is the operating instructions. And then on this next page right here, let's take a look and give you a glimpse of this stuff. Basically how to turn it on, how to turn it off, things of that nature. So this again, this is the Sofirn model SP31 version 2. Let's do this again. So let's turn it on, and then from here we're going to cycle through. Let's go down to economy. There's economy, low, medium, high, turbo, and then if I push and hold, we're going to get to that really cool strobe. I like this strobe, how it does strobe and then it does like a flash, flash, flash thing. If I push it again, we're going to enter SOS mode. And then of course if I long hold, we're going to go back to the previously setting that was before the strobe. So again, this is a nice flashlight. I like the fact that it remembers the last setting you were on. So I want to say thank you to Sofirn for sending this flashlight out for me for review. Let's take another quick look at the flashlight in its entirety. Give you guys a good look at it. There is the lanyard hole right there where you would place the lanyard. And those holes are fairly big, so it looks like it would be pretty easy to fish that lanyard through there. On the head of the flashlight right there it says hot. I think this is going to be a good flashlight from Sofirn. I think they did a good job. Now say this is a surface that I would want to set this down on. It doesn't stay upright. They've cut the sides of this almost rounded, and it doesn't really want to stay up very well. So I kind of wish that that wasn't a case, because sometimes I like to set my flashlight on my bedside table and use it as a night light. But in this one, it's just kind of looking like it wants to rock. See that? It's just kind of, it doesn't really want to stay upright very well. Okay, so as long as you understand that, but the bonus part about that is it could be used as a tactical, so you can really access it very well with your thumb on the tail cap switch, and then your pinky here is on the mode switch, so you can really use it in a tactical sense. So again, if you have maybe a firearm in your hand here, right here I'm holding my pistol and I'm gonna line this up, I can easily access the switch here, and then again with my pinky I can go through the modes while I'm having my firearm on my opponent. I'm gonna disorient them or whatever the case might be. Okay, so that's pretty cool that they make that recessed. I thought that was a nice function, a nice nice feature to this flashlight. The price point on this flashlight is around $30, just shy of $30. Here we are. This is the part of the test that I hate doing. This is the drop test, so I'm going to turn this on. Let's go low, medium. Let's just stay, why not? Let's just go to turbo. So the flashlight's on turbo. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to drop it from hip level. This is concrete down below. Let me change the camera angle for just a second for this drop. So again, I'm hip level. Drop the flashlight. Let's drop it butt down here, still on. Nothing there. Nothing there. Head down. Nothing there. Now let's take a look at the flashlight and let's cycle through the modes. Okay, so let's go to economy, low, medium, high, turbo, push and hold. And there is the strobe. Let's push it and let's go to SOS. Let's go back down to economy. So there we go. It looks like the flashlight is still working as intended. Let's take a quick look at the little bit of damage. You can see just from those couple drops that we took a little bit of damage, but that's to be expected. Right here on the head, see a little bit of damage. Now let's go ahead and check the waterproofness. So we're going to turn it on, low, medium, high, turbo. Put it in the water, completely wet. Didn't do nothing. Let's dump it again. We're just going to get this thing nice and wet in the water. Now let me bring it out. Let's go through the functions again. So let's go. There's economy, low, medium, high, turbo, push and hold, strobe, push, SOS, and then push and hold, and let's go back to turbo, down to economy. So this flashlight, I got water in my eye. This flashlight has definitely held up to the IPX8 rating. It's also held up to the impact down to 1 meter. The drop test, again, I hate doing those tests, but I think they're necessary to show that the flashlight is capable of what it says it's going to do. So with that being said, folks, I want to say thank you for joining me today on this video of the Sofirn SP31 version 2.0. Please make sure that you check the description box down below. I will put a link down there where you can purchase this flashlight. I think it's a good flashlight. I like it. There's a couple little things that I mentioned. One of them is that it kind of tips over, and the other one is that we cannot reverse this belt loop, which I think could be easily corrected by cutting the same thread on both ends. So I hope you got some good useful information out of this video. Again, please feel free to leave your comments down below, like this video, share this video. If you like the type of content that you see on my channel, please hit that subscribe button, and also make sure that notification bell is rung so that you don't miss any updated videos when I release them. And again, until next time, thanks for watching and have a beautiful day. We'll see you next time.